Raise your hand if your team just went 5 for 5 on their 5-game road trip. Me. My hands are up. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Glove Drop. I am in a friggin' great mood, and let me tell you why I'm in a great mood. The New York Rangers last night wrap up their 5-game road trip. This is the longest road trip of the season, and they wrap it up for 5 wins. What more could you ask for? The Rangers took on the Winnipeg Jets last night in what was the final game of this long-ass road trip. And as I said before, it is the longest one of the entire season. And that's gotta be freaking exhausting, especially on the West Coast. I'm tired from staying up to watch the games. The Rangers headed in tonight to the game, coming off of a 4-3 win over Vancouver in overtime, looking to wrap this whole West Coast thing up. And the Winnipeg Jets are also coming into the game, having been in overtime, all the way to a shootout, except unlike the Rangers, they lost. They lost to the Montreal Canadiens, so they are coming in looking to bounce back from that shootout loss. It was a wild arena there, I'll tell you that for free, because Blake Wheeler, who the New York Rangers picked up this past summer during free agency, he was making his homecoming to the Winnipeg Jets. He was with them for 13 seasons, started when they were the Atlanta Thrashers before they switched on over. And he was the captain with them for 6 seasons. So plenty of applause and thanks from the fans there and a bunch of his old teammates. But the way I see it is that he better not be too sentimental with his old teammates because you're playing for the Rangers now and don't screw me up. Tonight, we did also see something else. A lot of the players did have a sticker on the back of their helmet with the initials AJ, which of course is for former NHL player Adam Johnson, who this past weekend, in a horrible, just one of the most horrific things I've ever heard of and seen, which is just, it was a freak, tragic accident. Took a skate, blade to the neck, and he has passed away. So we did see a lot of players putting up some respect for him, which I love. I love how much this community of hockey is there for one another, and so thoughts and prayers, of course, to Adam Johnson's family, to his teammates, former and current, and everybody who's involved. It's a terrible, terrible tragedy, and hopefully one that we never have to see again. So with that being said, let's get into the game. The first period starts off, and let me say this right now. It was a friggin' evenly matched first period. It was evenly matched down to literally the numbers. Both teams were going one-on-one, shots on goal. It was just matching at each side, and it took a pretty long time for anything to really get going. We did see the Rangers coming out with a ton of pressure, and it went to show because up until this point, the Winnipeg Jets had only had 4 instances where they had let a breakaway happen, and then the Rangers in the first period managed to make it happen 2 more times. So the Rangers had 2 great chances. They just could not get the puck in the back of the net. The New York Rangers finally get the scoring started when the birthday boy, friggin' happy birthday boy, Artemi Panarin at 18:24. There's literally a minute and a half left. He gets one in. It was a beautiful pass by Jacob Trouba. Look at this goal.
And Panarin just perfect pass. He's on the back end, tips it in. And you see Scheifele's reaction. He knows that he was just half a step late in reacting.
Panarin now has points in 9 straight games, which is tied for 4th in New York Rangers franchise history for most points scored the start of a season. So he's 9-point streak. I love it. I know that everybody else is loving it too. Coming into this season, we were all so really pissed off at him, just fired up against you. Not a big Artemi Panarin fan after the garbage that was last year's playoffs, but as these games keep going, I'm starting to forgive him, and I'm starting to think the haircut really does have something to do with it. So the Rangers, thanks again to the birthday boy, are up 1-0. Winnipeg then come out and they turned up the Jets. Pun. They turned the Jets on, and with 30 seconds left, they do manage to tie it up with a goal by David Gustafsson.
Hang on, and both defensemen come to him, and that opens up Gustafsson, gives him just enough room.
And yes, there's 2 dudes with the last name Gustafsson on the ice, and it is screwing me up. The Rangers head into that first intermission tied 1-1, and we head out into the second period. A minute into the second period, Winnipeg draws the first penalty, and the Rangers hop onto their power play, which we have seen be outstanding in these last few games. The Rangers do not manage to get it in because of a hell of a defensive play by Dylan on the Winnipeg Jets.
Second shot, and it's at the goal line, but did it cross?
No.
I thought it was in. And they get back into full strength when literally not even a minute and a half after, and I told you this game was even, Winnipeg's like, oh, well, we have to draw a penalty too. Winnipeg goes on the power play. The penalty kill looked solid with some great takeaways by both Miller and Kreider, both of which provided wonderful opportunities to get a goal, but once again, they just could not get it in the back of the net. But watching that penalty kill, it was very clear that the Rangers had the better of the scoring opportunities. We did see Winnipeg put the pressure on even more after we went back on full strength, but because of Igor Shesterkin doing the things that Igor Shesterkin does, they managed to keep it a 1-1 game. It was a defense fest going on all second period for both teams. What we did see with the New York Rangers, which is huge, especially considering the fact that a ton of goals are scored on follow-up chances, the Rangers have really eliminated that, a lot in part to Igor Shesterkin covering up, making great saves and covering up the puck immediately, but also the defense clearing the puck, breaking up passes, and getting out in front of the net, not allowing Winnipeg to come in and get those second chances. The third period started out pretty conservatively by both teams, which is going to come around and bite us in the ass. And yeah, it did. It bit him in the ass. Braden Schneider gets caught up at the offensive blue line and he can't get back. So it is a 2-on-1 with the Jets coming in hot, and the Rangers scrambled. And there was a rare, I'll say it's rare, a rare defensive mistake. And the Rangers are rushing back as fast as they can, and they are completely out of position. The front of the net is wide open, and the Winnipeg Jets take the friggin' lead.
Kept it in momentarily, and now a potential 2-on-1. Yes, here comes Perfetti with Ehlers. A pass in front to Perfetti. Couldn't put it home. Ehlers still has it. Wrap around his up. He scores!
That rare defensive mistake could have cost the New York Rangers the game. It could have cost them the win streak, but it did not, because the Rangers go back onto the power play with 7 minutes and 19 seconds left, and I shit you not, no word of a lie, the second I hit send on this tweet, the second I hit send, they scored the goal. I am a psychic. Nobody can tell me otherwise. It is facts. Absolutely beautiful goal, too. Fox takes a shot from way on out, and who else but Chris M.F. Kreider right up there, right in front, right where he's supposed to be.
Waits. This is Fox. One-timer, and it's in the net. This game is tied.
We are now tied 2-2. Then everything was not okay, because with 30 seconds left in that freaking third period, there is a penalty called on Ryan Lindgren for tripping. And everybody and their mother knows that that was a shit call. There was zero contact at all. Everybody from the bench, the fan, everybody knew. The refs even knew. But of course, these calls are not reviewable. So the Rangers are back on the penalty kill for the last 30 seconds of the third period. And that also means that, well, we're in overtime now, and they're going to have to be playing 4-on-3 hockey in overtime for 1 minute and 30 seconds. Holy shit. But what do you know? The freaking Rangers do it again. They kill the penalty. These special teams are so good right now. I am so freaking excited. They kill the penalty, and it's going to be 4-on-4 play. Lindgren gets back on the ice, 4-on-4 play until there's a stoppage in play. And finally, with 1 minute and 18 seconds left, there is a stoppage in play. We get back on to 3-on-3. Now, they were talking about how the Rangers had done a little bit of work on their 3-on-3 overtime play earlier that morning and worked out a few of the little bugs that they saw that they did not like after playing in the overtime against Vancouver. And obviously, it worked. Mika Zibanejad, he takes a pass, he gets the shot off.
They're now Panarin moving, driving. One-timer from Zibanejad, and he scores!
Goes right in. Rangers get the win. 5 games. 5 wins. What are we going to do? We're going to freaking be excited about it. I am so thrilled with how the Rangers have played. I am so excited to see how they continue off of this road trip. It is a historical event. This is the first time the Rangers have ever swept a series this long in franchise history. So we're making history, and you love to see it. The Rangers are now heading home. I'm sure they're all pretty excited to get here. They are not back again until Thursday, when they're finally back at MSG, where they belong, taking on the Carolina Hurricanes. The Hurricanes are going to be coming in off of a 4-3 loss to the Philadelphia Flyers last night too, so hopefully the Rangers can get this streak going to 6. That's all I have for you guys today. Of course, if you want more of the Glove Drop, make sure you check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And if you have not yet hit subscribe, make sure you hit that subscribe button and you turn on notifications. That way you don't miss any of this or any of this amazing fun that's going on. It's so much more fun to make videos when the Rangers win, so I hope you guys will be following me through it all. Let me know what you think about this game and this road trip in the comments. And I will see you guys all in the next one. In the meantime, happy birthday, Artemi Panarin!